We're also going to likely see a weekend with another snowstorm. Where will this snow set up? That's the million-dollar question this morning, but we do know there are differences. Unlike the previous storm that we just got through that developed before reaching Texas, this one is going to be coastal. It's not for the Gulf Coast, even though the cold air. This one's going to be for the Carolinas, the Mid-Atlantic, and even possibly the Northeast. And we already have signals, and we've had these signals pretty strong since, say, about yesterday, that we could be dealing with an area, a surface low that's going to form off the southeast coast. When we have a pattern like this, we're not seeing much in the way of a favorable pattern for a cross-country storm, but we have the cold air at the surface. So if we do get some low to form, where that cold air is present is where we'll see the snow break out. And still looks like this morning that we could have it. It's going to be some of the coldest. We sound like broken records, but in New York City, the coldest temperature we've had so far this season was 9 degrees. It was just a few days ago for a low. We could be colder than that as we head toward the weekend. So some of the coldest air of the season has still yet to arrive in the city.
I think, and that's what drives home this narrative. I think, we think how low can you go? And we keep getting lower. We've had a lot of bouts of Arctic air, but this one would be brutal. And I think when you look at a lot of the forecasting offices along the southeastern coast, from South Carolina to North Carolina, all the way into the Northeast, from Philly to New York and Boston, a lot of it is with, well, let's say Philly, for example. High confidence in the cold, low confidence in the storm track, higher confidence for the storm having impacts for the southeast. But we really need that low to develop to be able to pinpoint that starting point and what we're working with in the days beyond that. We
probably won't see the low form until Saturday, too. And as we head into Saturday evening, that's when it's going to start its drift north. So what we have, the highly respected crystal balls, the European and the GFS, showing where that low could be. And the fact that we've got agreement among these deterministic models with their operational runs, that gives us some confidence. But we also have ensemble members with which both global models run separately, and those indicate that we could have an area of low pressure form. But yes, as we would expect, we're 96 hours out from this thing. There will be some spread. By tomorrow, I think that our confidence should begin to grow as far as placement. We can still have some changes, but today's an important day. Tomorrow's really going to be the most important. We have now, in this modern era, AI too.
This is the only time I enjoy talking about AI. Don't get me started on the videos I've seen on social media lately. But
yesterday you were fooled.
I was fooled. I'm fooled every single time. But the deterministic models that you mentioned, the Euro, the GFS, you couple that with the AI Euro, the AI GFS, and they're really not that spread apart. So as we get further into the medium and eventually short-range forecasting, already that higher confidence based on, we can agree there's going to be an area of low pressure. All of them are hinting at a strong area of low pressure. And the question of where it tracks and who then sees the impacts would go hand in hand. But this could be brutal for areas, Carolinas, Outer Banks, Virginia.
Low's going to strengthen. Remember that mid-level trough that we were showing you? That pattern really helps the surface low strengthen some. So with the ability to have that, these are the snow potential maps that we have that are spit out by both the European on the left and the GFS on the right. So this is the data that the model gives us. This hasn't been, touched or anything, aside from us not doing numbers. We're just indicating light, moderate, heavy, or very heavy snow. The signal is here this morning, a strong signal that the Carolinas, parts of the Commonwealth of Virginia could get walloped. That includes a portion of the 95 corridor, maybe into D.C. We'll have to see. These will change. We've seen these change before, so just manage that.
And also noting this looks to be more of a classic nor'easter taking shape. And what do we say? Monday is the full moon. It is the snow moon.
Snow moon.
So anytime you're talking about a nor'easter for the eastern seaboard, you're talking about coastal inundation aggravated and by a full moon. So, okay.
That's true.